Peace, everyone. Peace and blessings and prosperity, all that greatness. This is Brother Dooley, aka the Beantown Ghetto Shaman. Just yo, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been made a video, went live, and I felt compelled today to do a live video for folk, and wanted just to share some experiences, different things that I've been learning, and things of that nature. First and foremost, what is on my head? These are xenon light bulbs. If you haven't been hip to the xenon light bulbs, definitely check out Uncle Hank's Hank Rising Sons video by brother Rich. I think it's called cellular rejuvenation and physical immortality or something like that. I forget the exact name of the video, but brother Hank actually, hooked these up for me, put these light bulbs on here for me, man. And this is the xenon light bulbs, and it's it's a lot to it. It's one of the noble gases, which actually has cellular rejuvenation qualities to it. You know, someone says peace, God, peace. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, Raekwon? It has cellular regenerative properties to it. So people can put it on their body and literally you'll feel an increase of energy. You know what I mean? So when Uncle Hank hit me to these light bulbs, he told me that I get some medical masking tape, right? And some medical tape. Throw them joints on anywhere on your body. So I've been experimenting. I've been putting it on my heart chakra, on my chest, on my lower back, I would tape it on my third eye, on the back of my head, different things. And yo, family, it works. You know what I mean? Big up to my big homie, Uncle Hank, Rising Sun. He really put a lot of people on to something with this one. I think he said the book that explains a little more about the noble gas, the xenon, is a book called, I think he said it was called Einstein Doesn't Live Here Anymore, or something like that, But I guess, back in the day, athletes would actually take the xenon, do huffing with it, and literally you would see their performance of being able to run faster, longer, all that. So I think back in the day, they outlawed it or something like that. You know what I mean? But yo, go up on eBay. You know what I mean? They're very not expensive at all. I think I got a bag for about I forget it wasn't even probably $10 or something, and they had like about 20 light bulbs in that joint. You know what I mean? So, and I tell you, it does increase the energy. And you know what's so interesting is when I was doing a healing on this one person, I put the xenon bulb in the back of my head, and I had one in my navel, right? Peace. Peace. What's going on? What's good? What's good? You know what I mean? I got Stan. Hold on. Who's the person's name? I'll come back to it. But peace to you. I put one in my navel, my belly button. I put one on my back and my lower back, and I put one on the back of my head, my lower of my back of my head. Bro, I'm gonna tell you. These light bulbs, oh man, it works. I was dealing with peace. What's going on? Pavel, what's going on? Peace. Um, I tell you, what medicine was I working with the lady with that day? I think I was doing Yeah, just regular DMT. I wasn't doing the bufo that day. I was just working with the regular DMT with the sister. And bro, with these light bulbs, it took my experience of working with this sister to a whole nother level. You know? Um, when I work and do like psychic surgery and stuff with folk, I go into trance. And depending on who I'm working with, I could work with the person's ancestors. They come through me, sometimes have certain songs or messages for a person, or there's certain beings that work with myself that come through. Regardless of the point during that time when I was working with that sister, bruh, I'm gonna tell you, I was able to, we have a concept saying that we're multi-dimensional beings. Okay. So I was able to stand and watch myself while I seen this other deity jump in my body, and I was doing something for her and that particular part of the land where I was at. I had no clue that this was gonna be happening like that at that moment. It just, you know what I mean? So I'm up there, have the rattle, I'm doing something for that whole part of the land there, and this deity come through me, right? But Dooley is able to watch like a bystander watch the whole joint. It was crazy. But I was able to have that level of concentration, I believe, due to the noble gas, to these light bulbs, the xenon gas. So I was like, man, this is a game changer. I had to tell Uncle Hank, I was like, yo, this is a whole game changer right here. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Just give a shout out these xenon light bulbs. Grab them up. I'm telling you, grab them up. Order some, get some medical tape, tape it on your person, put it on your forehead, back of your head, heart chakra, what have you. Shoot. I mean, listen, even put it on your private area. Cause I'm gonna tell you, even fellas, woo-wee, you know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say on that level. But like I even know when I was, cause in Tuesdays I'm in Brooklyn, giving out the medicine out there, right? So one day I'm at Hank's on a Tuesday, and he tells the sisters to put the light bulb in in their underwear, in their panties, right? So one sister, she goes into the bathroom, she puts it in her joint, and you could automatically see her whole auric field change. She was like light up, you know what I mean? So man, this stuff really works. And I'm so proud of Uncle Hank, man, because, we got a lot of, you got to give credit where credit is due, or give people their flowers while they're here. So he's a hood scientist, man, and he's putting in that work. So I want to just big him up for a second for putting us on to this, you know what I mean? But on to me and this MDMA, all right? Uh, on Amazon. Yeah, they should have these joints on Amazon, man. Um, damn, I wish I had a link to give y'all, man, because y'all want to get the right type of light bulbs. But if you go to Uncle Hank's interview with Brother Rich, and I think it's called Cellular Rejuvenation or something like that. He has a link on the end of the show that you could click onto and go right to where you need to go to find to order it. You know what I mean? But I came across this book, right? It's called Listening to Ecstasy, you know? And the transformative power of MDMA, you know, by Charles Win Winninger. Yeah. And I haven't finished the book, but so far of what I've read so far, it's very interesting. It's about this couple's journey with MDMA and how MDMA has helped them over the years, individually and also as a couple. has helped them maintain a happy relationship, to maintain a happy marriage. And also to they were saying in this book how MDMA has helped them like have a sense of youth. Even, I think the couple they're probably in their late 60s, probably almost 70. But they consider that medicine to be something that kept them youthful, hip, aging in a whole different way, and where life is still adventurous and fun and things to discover. It's beautiful, So I was reading some of this and I was like, wow, man, I've never experienced MDMA before. You know what I mean? So, and for those who don't know what MDMA is, it's the pure form of ecstasy, where we talk about Molly and all that, what song is that? Molly Percocet. I forget the name, dude. But you know what I mean? I did take Molly once, you know what I mean? And it was one of the big homies up in Detroit that had it. And I was like, let me try it, man, see what's up. I didn't like it, and most when you're dealing with Molly or whatever, most of these things they might be cut with other things, so you gotta be careful. But if you come across some pure MDMA, it's a beautiful thing, And the only thing I feel that you might have to be careful about is that sometimes it increases the heart rate, So if somebody has heart issues or things of that nature, pacemaker or anything, then this might not be your medicine. You gotta be careful with that. Um, and also, if anybody is on any antidepressants, medication, you got it. And that's kind of like with any other type of medicines as well, like ayahuasca, different other things. They tell you to cut down from your antidepressant medicines at least what 2 weeks or so before you even take part of the ayahuasca, what have you. So that's kind of same thing with the MDMA. And then you're gonna have to, some of the side effects too might be drinking lots of water. With MDMA, you might feel really thirsty, and sometimes people might have the grinding thing. So that's why sometimes people might got a chew stick or some gum or whatever. I haven't experienced that, but definitely the water type of situation, you'll feel real thirsty and stuff. So you gotta stay hydrated. But yo, this has helped me out tremendously, and I didn't know that MDMA was used in couples. This medicine used to be used with couples in couples therapy. So the psychologist, therapist, he or she would give this couple MDMA, and MDMA having a very heart chakra opening type of experience to it. They were able to hash out some of their issues, able to put all the realness on the plate right there and just speak from their heart, you know? And this was becoming so successful with the MDMA and the counseling that they daggone outlawed it, man. And you know how this society is. If you can't get any money off of it, then it's not profitable. It's like, oh, well, well, we can't make any money, ain't bread off of this, then we ain't gonna need this. So, but what's interesting is that I heard that MDMA is going to be legalized by next year. I'm not sure. At least I'm in Boston, so I know the talk was being talked about that here in the Bean. But it's a good conversation because if you look at the research, there's a lot of research around MDMA helping people with anxiety, depression, all kinds of stuff, helping war veterans, all kinds of stuff. And I can understand now, And side note, also with Wachuma or the cactus medicine, San Pedro, that's another medicine that deals with the heart chakra. So these are very beautiful medicines to work with if you're dealing with where life is beating you down. shit, this, this pandemic thing, and everybody wearing masks, and you're not knowing where the world's turning, and craziness going on. These are medicines that can help reboot you. You know, um, and it's a beautiful thing because this is why I'm realizing, y'all. And we could be the most conscious person or eat the best or this, that, and other, but our environment affects us, and a lot of times, and how we are brought up, raised, and all these things affect a person, and if you're not on your A game and doing the work for yourself, you could be walking around with unresolved issues, and that's a good person, you know, conscious, in my own way, still have a lot to learn, still have a lot to heal. But there was a lot of things in these past 3 to 4 years that had to be brought to my attention, you know? And I was walking around depressed and wasn't acknowledging it. You know what I mean? My mother passed away, you know, and my mom was that was my lifeline. Me and my mom's had such a great connection, man. I love my mom so much, and when she passed away, and then one of my good friends and teacher, Baba Kalindi, when he passed away, all that with my wife was working out, and we split up and separated. I went to and to a point where I was losing myself. And that's why I wasn't making videos, wasn't, what I mean, on social media like that and all that, because I felt like I had nothing really to give to the people at the time. I had to deal with me, and um, you know, and I seen the patterns. I was like, I was look for affection from here and there, and trying to be with this one woman and that woman. And like at the end of the day, man, I seen that I wasn't dealing with me. And in the process of that, I hurted a lot of good people. The guilt of that was even gnawing at me. So I was like, man, this, I got to deal with myself. And I'm going constant, doing healings for everybody else and stuff, but not doing healings for myself. Where I said, man, I gotta take one day for me. This shit is crazy. So I finally got a day to myself yesterday. And I said, yo, I'm gonna go in, man. I'm gonna go in with the medicine. And I swear to God, man, it was first I just took the MDMA first before I took the mushrooms. And it was like I was having a conversation. I would close my eyes, and it was like I was having an inner dialogue with myself, you know? And I was able to look at a lot of these false programs within myself, and see, where did these things come from? Where did these phobias come from? Where did this fear of this come from? You know, where did this lack of self-esteem come from? You know, so it was a beautiful dialogue within my own consciousness, and was able to. I mean, and to tell you the truth, this is why, because like even on the level of addiction, right? Now, I have my own relationship, ever so all very physical, like with your body. You know what I mean? like, and I remember I was feeling good with the medicine. And I was like, man, me burn one real quick while I'm on this medicine with this MDMA. Yo, I try so fucking this, and it was damn. I had an experience like that. Was a time that I was dealing with the mushrooms, and same type of thing. I remember at that moment, it took the desire from me, and that was a couple of years ago. And I remember I didn't smoke. These things are very, very useful. It's very beautiful. And I remember after I was the beautiful thing with the MDMA is that it works very well with mushrooms, I'm finding. Sometimes people with that deal with the mushrooms, sometimes there's a lot of my connection is spazzing. Oh man, this sucks, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do some damn, something for the people. And of course, is gonna be buffering and all this other stuff, man. That sucks, man. But long story short, mushrooms, MDMA go well together. You know what I mean? Some people get a lot of anxiety, or like they get a little anxious with the mushroom because hey, they never know what's going to come up, what happened, boom 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 boom. Well, the MDMA brings a level of relaxation. You know what I mean? It brings a level of relaxation to the point that you're already primed and ready to go in with the mushroom. It's like icing on the cake right there. You know, so definitely, since this is buffering and all that, I'm gonna end it end it in a couple of seconds. But just putting this out there, man, just for the family to know how important MDMA is and how beautiful a medicine it is for healing. For healing that heart. Sometimes, like I said before, sometimes the world beats us down. And do I do consultation? Yeah. Y'all getting me out of my shell. So, this is the year that y'all getting me out of my shell, man. And yeah, man, you could always come to Boston, man, and we could do the do, and one sister just came from Chicago, and she spent here like what 3 days or so, and did some medicine work with her and some healing energy work. And yeah, I got a pretty big apartment, man. So, people could always crash here too. But yeah, I'm in the bean. I'm in Boston. So you can always hit me up. I have my email, love mother earth number 33 at gmail.com. You can always leave a email for me, and I'll get back to you at my earliest convenience. All right. Or on Facebook at Charmin Dooley. And do you have a website anyway? And access MDMA sessions in Cali. Well, if you want to set something up for me in Cali, get a couple of people together on the West Coast, let's make it happen. Or you could come to me on the East Coast over here. Either way. I don't have a website. I had a friend of mine about to set up a website for me. But I'm low key, man. So it's like, find me when you find me. But also I got a Facebook account, Dooley, Charmin Dooley. And I'm not into titles. I was trying to put Brother Dooley on the daggone Facebook thing, but they said that I couldn't use Brother Dooley because it was somebody else had that name or something before. So, because my old Facebook got hacked and stuff. So I was like, damn, I can't put. I was like, okay, Shaman Dooley, whatever. How do you go about choosing spiritual healing tools? How do you go about choosing spiritual healing tools? Well, I use a lot of sound. You know, sound has been a good tool for me for doing my healings with people, because everything is vibrating, everything is sound, so um finding your healing tools is kind of like just exploring. You have to explore. You got to be like Dora the Explorer. You got to go out and figure out what fits for you. Because not everything fits for everyone. We're all unique. We're all individuals here. We all have our own specialties and what we gravitate to. So, in the case of me, it's a lot of different modalities I use for my own personal healing. You know what I mean? I do Qi Kong, I do Tai Chi. Yeah, I want to grab some sound tools too. Yeah, man, for real, for real. Yeah, I do Tai Chi Chi Kong. I've been doing that for almost 30 years. I do Reiki, I do energy healing, I do, massage, all kinds of stuff. So you gotta kind of figure out what works for you. For some, a healing tool could be someone, for some person, dancing. A healing tool could be for someone making love, intentional love making, really going into that whole tantra you know, road. Healing could be so many things, and there could be so many different tools to get you there. You know, a healing comes when I'm in trance. I go into these spontaneous mudras and stuff, man. All these are different tools that we could use. But for me, I love sound. I love sound, and when I'm working with a client, I have a whole set of healing sound. It's like for me, like when I find, well, I like going to different cities and finding, like, I'll try to find like a music place, and when I find like certain tools, certain sound tools, so it's like it's in the spirit realm. These sound tools are like technology. They're technology, y'all. If you know how to use them correctly. So I'll show you some of my tools that I use, so far. So this right here, these are, I got this from this Tibetan store, and it was funny. I was on the bus going to Brooklyn for the Tuesday joint, and I seen this guy on the bus. I didn't recognize him at first, right? Then he's like, Dooley. And I was like, who's this? And he's this guy from Tibet. His name, he goes by the name of Peter. Well, that's his so-called American name, right? But he's a Rinpoche. He's this Lama from Tibet, right? And I met him in my Tai Chi class, and like one day we get to talking because he was playing these Tibetan chants. Do my exercise, and I was like, "Yo," I said, I recognize that chant. So he was kind of surprised to see a brother knew about his culture, about Tibet and all that. And I was breaking down stuff to him about Gachin, about Padma Sambhava and Milarepa and all this stuff, Talopa Naropa, all these things. And so he was thrown back. He's like, wow, it's like you know about this. So long story short, I see him on the bus when I'm going to New York, right? And I pull out these joints in my bag. These is joints they use in Tibet, man. You know what I mean? I love using these, man. It clears energy so well. These is my joints. These are my joints right here. It's like my little, these are my little UFO. Right, right. Now, that's one joint I use. Now look at this, y'all. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. I got a random combo stick on the floor. I'm like, how this get on there? Frog medicine. Let's see what else we have here. Okay. Let's see here. Where's the daggone thing for this? Okay. Well, I can't find the little, but this is my other gong. I love this gong right here. This gong right here, around it, it says Mane Padme Hum, Mane Padme Hum, Mane Padme Hum. Mane Padme Hum is a chant that deals with Chenrizi. Chenrizi is a bodhisattva. A bodhisattva is one who takes a dedication for the enlightenment of all sentient beings. Not one particular group of people or person. Okay, this phone trying to act up. So that's Umane Peme Hum, vibrating the sound, the healing sound, but also this mantra, which is engraved on this gong, is emanating from it. All right. So this is my gong here. I love this joint. Now, okay. Let's see here. Let's see what else we got here. This, the singing bowl. This one, the resonance from this bad boy is off the chain. Now, it vibrates the floor. That's how powerful it is. And when you're using this, you could go over the person's auric field. So you could go up and down the front of themselves in the back, right? Go behind them and go up and down their spine. And then to make it even more awesome, put it over their head, right? Put it over their head and bang this joint like this. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, this is something else I like to use. And I'm just in a sharing moment. Move right here. Now, this. Oh, I love these. These right here. I found these while I was in Mexico. There was a brother that was doing a sound bath for us, right? I remember I was out there with my teacher, learning about some new medicines out there. And uh I was on a I'm on the mountain and I laid down. Spirit told me, just take off all your clothes and let the sun just heal you at that moment. I just went butt naked. I'm in the forest. Nobody's there. You know what I mean? I'm just there. On top of that, this tree, I remember this tree gave me an initiation as well, right? Because the trees will talk to you if you're open. Now, the sister that I was with that day, I remember I said, yo, I think we should get back to my teacher's place, you know? And she said, okay, sure. So we head back and I got there right on time. My teacher was giving some medicine to these people there. But one of the guys that came he does sound and the different tools towards that. I was like, yo, and my eyes were closed because, I'm just taking in the sounds and stuff. And I was like, man, I was like, what's that sound? I was like, what is he using? Because he took me directly into the fairy realm. It was beautiful, but I realized it was this. Hold on, let me fix this right here. It's this chime here, right? They're called koshi, Koshi. The sound that comes off of these are so powerful. I love using these. Not gonna go through all that, and I'm sitting in my underwear. I hope y'all see me. And my boxers here. But anyway, these right here, these are another tools that I use. These are my beauties. Now these are selenite swords. Selenite is one of those type of crystals that you don't have to cleanse. You know, a lot of crystals, if you're in big up, I supposed to be in Arizona right now. Womp womp womp. Yeah, at the Crystal Gym Show in Tucson, Arizona. You know what I mean? Big up to Ankara. Thank you for having me as one of your guest speakers there. But just the timing, finance, a lot of things didn't work out for me. So I couldn't make it, And but some heavy hitters out there speaking. They got blue pill up there, red pill gonna be speaking. Ross Ben. I mean, the list goes on, man. And I was supposed to be up there talking myself, but didn't happen. But the gym show in Tucson and Arizona happens once a year, and hopefully I'll just make it next year, God willing. Inshallah. So the thing that's interesting is that they have all these amazing crystals there for dirt cheap. So if you could still make it to this conference down, I think it's about 3-4 days. The gym show itself, I think, is for several weeks. But the thing that Ankara and the rest of the peeps put together is about 4 days. Um, yeah, Ross Ben, he's a beast when it comes to learning about crystals and the science of crystals. Ross Ben was on a show with brother Rich not that long ago, and I was listening to it, and I didn't know this about crystals. That Ross Ben was saying that there's certain crystals that you should wear for certain times, and I was like, "What? I didn't know that." And he said, "Yeah, there's certain crystals that you should wear, say for instance, for only the winter. Certain crystals for the seasons, for the summer, what have you, right? And there's certain crystals that you shouldn't wear every day." He said there's certain crystals that have a more balanced energy that you could probably wear all every day. And he said those are usually the crystals that have the colors of green. Well, he said green, purple. I think he said green, purple, and orange. you know. But outside of those type of colors, you have to be careful, he was saying. But yeah, Ross Ben is that dude if you want to learn more about crystals. But selenite is one of those crystals where you don't have to cleanse. They cleanse themselves, which is very powerful. These particular selenite swords that I got, you have 400 different crystals that are on the base of the sword. It crushed up 400 different type of crystals in powder form. That's part of the base. Also, within the base of this sword is different waters, different sacred waters from around the world. So you have waters that are from in this sword that is from the Nile River, from the Ganges River in India, from the River Jordan, Israel, um, uh, you name it, all different places. So you're dealing with water alchemy with it as well. One of them is jaguar, the sacred jaguar. The other one is lapis lazuli, and one has the sacred flower of life etched in it, and the other one has the goddess Hetoru, you know, or Hathor within it, dealing with the Netaru or the nectar of love. All right, so these are very powerful. It cleanses your auric field in seconds. Like I could feel the energy moving over me right now. And I use these a lot in my sessions when I'm on medicine as well for my psychic surgery, going in, taking things out the auric field, taking things that no longer serve you. Chop, chop, chopping things off of you. But it works very well. Works very well. And the person that made these swords, his name is Tom Lender. Ledder, lender, or something like that. And just, yeah, call him up. Just say, hey, Dooley referred me to you. You know what I mean? And he'll hook you up with a nice price for these swords. You know what I mean? So they work very, very well. And so I work with those. And I also work with Ankara. My friend Ankara makes swords as well. And I use a lot of his swords as well for the psychic surgery. Let's see if I can find one of his swords here. This is one of the swords that he made for me, which is a Ankh sword here. I use this more for heavy duty type of work, you know. I was working on brother Bobby Hemmett's brother, Ali Hemmett, you know, and unfortunately the elder caught a stroke, just like his brother Bobby did. And you know, I was down in Birmingham working with the elder, and real good peoples, man. Big up to Ollie. And I was working with this on his knee, and this other dagger sword. And while I was working on it, his leg, you know, like you could have spontaneous healings. So his leg started going back in alignment, but it was so painful for him at that moment. Dude was screaming that I was like, okay, we got to do another session another day because this is becoming too torturous for you. And sometimes when you're in that zone, you know, you have to be kind of really in trance. And for like a psychic surgery of his magnitude, I told him, I was like, next time you got to go in much more with the mushroom for this type of work. But yeah, man. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. You know what I mean? And this is my harp. Big up to the greatest harp player in the world, Alice Coltrane. Um, You know, I have one of her out of print books that talked about her spiritual experiences and stuff. Her and John Coltrane, man, deep musicians. But I'm gonna end it here. I didn't want to go into too much, but just want to say thank you for listening, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the medicine, man. Thank you for the healing. You know, this stuff is really useful, you know, and I'm glad I'm working on myself more. As I work more on myself, I feel I could offer more to people, you know, because we all got stuff to work on, you know. And if anybody says that, like, you know, they the one with all the answers, I tell people all the time, watch out for those individuals. You know, we all got stuff to work on. And I give thanks for the lessons. I give thanks for the universe for being able to have insight to see on things that I need to work with, you know. So big up to that. Thank y'all for listening. If MDMA calls you, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful medicine to try, you know. And yeah, give it a try if you can. And thank you for listening again. Peace and love, and keep on growing and doing what you gotta do. All right. One love, y'all. Okay. And there's no more comments on here, right? I'm good. I don't have to answer anything. Okay. We good. All right. Take care, y'all.